welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something that sounds complicated but is really key for trading.
Option Greeks.
Exactly. Option Greeks. We'll be using, Indian rupees and the Nifty 50 index as our examples to make it clearer.
Yeah, try and demystify them a bit for nifty options trading.
Our mission is basically to help you understand delta, gamma, theta, vega, and rho without needing a math degree.
Sounds good. Where should we start? Delta.
Let's do it. Delta. What is it in simple terms?
Okay, so delta, it measures how much an option's price is expected to change for every, let's say, 1 rupee move in the Nifty 50 index.
Right, like responsiveness?
Exactly. So imagine a Nifty call option, and it has a delta of 0.5. If the Nifty jumps up by 100 rupees, that option might gain roughly, 50 rupees.
Okay, half the move. And if delta was higher, like 0.9?
Then you'd expect a bigger gain, maybe around 90 rupees for that same 100 rupee Nifty move.
And puts are the opposite.
Pretty much. A put option with a delta of minus 0.5. Well, if Nifty drops 100 rupees, the put option could gain about 50 rupees.
So calls are 0 to 1, puts are minus 1 to 0. Got it.
That's the range, yeah.
Okay, next up is gamma. I hear this one is related to delta. It's about how delta changes.
You got it. Gamma measures how much the delta itself changes for every 1 rupee move in Nifty. It's like the rate of change of delta.
Okay. Examples?
Sure. Take that same call option, delta 0.5, but let's say it has a gamma of 0.001.
Okay.
Now, if Nifty goes up by 100 rupees, your delta doesn't stay at 0.5. The gamma effect means it increases
How much?
by gamma times the Nifty move. So 0.001 times 100 rupees is 0.1.
Ah, so the delta becomes 0.6.
Exactly. And this is important because if Nifty moves another 100 rupees up...
Now, you'd gain 60 rupees, not 50.
Okay.
Because the delta increased.
Precisely. Gamma is like an accelerator for your delta. High gamma means delta is quite sensitive.
Okay, interesting. What about theta? Time decay.
Yes.
Right, everyone groans about that one.
Yeah. Theta is the measure of time decay. It tells you how much value an option loses each day just because time is passing. It's getting closer to expiry.
So even if Nifty stays flat?
Even if Nifty doesn't budge, an option with a theta of, say, -2 will lose 2 rupees every single day.
Ouch. And I bet that gets worse closer to expiry, especially for weekly Nifty options.
It definitely accelerates, yeah. Especially in that final week or days, the theta erosion can be really significant then.
Time is literally money melting away.
Okay, Vega, that's volatility.
Right. Vega measures how sensitive an option's price is to changes in the expected volatility of the Nifty.
Expected volatility, not just what happened today.
Correct. It's about what the market thinks will happen. So if an option has a Vega of 5, and the market's expectation of Nifty's future volatility goes up by 1%,
The option price goes up.
by about 5 rupees, potentially. And if expected volatility drops, the option price tends to fall, all else being equal.
So Vega's kind of like how much market buzz or nervousness affects the price. That's a good way to think about it, yeah.
Cool. Last one. Rho. Interest rates. Sounds minor.
It usually is for most traders. Rho measures how an option's price reacts to a 1% change in interest rates.
So rho of 1 means a 1 rupee gain if rates go up 1%.
Basically, yes. But interest rates don't change that often or that drastically compared to, say, Nifty's price or volatility. So Rho's impact is often quite small for short-term Nifty stuff.
Right. So tying it all together, why should someone actively trading Nifty options, maybe weekly ones, really care about all these Greeks?
Well, because they give you a much better picture of the risks and potential rewards beyond just guessing the direction.
How so?
Delta tells you your immediate exposure to Nifty's moves. Gamma shows how reliable that delta is or how quickly it might change.
Okay.
Theta, crucially for Nifty Weekly, shows that daily cost, that time decay eating away at your premium.
Right, that unavoidable drip, drip, drip.
Exactly. And Vega tells you how much changes in market sentiment about volatility might help or hurt you. Rho is there too, just less prominent usually.
So for Nifty, you'd say delta and theta are often the big ones.
For many short-term strategies, absolutely. Directional exposure via delta and managing that time decay from theta are often paramount, especially with those frequent expirations.
Okay, quick recap then. Nifty option, delta 0.5. Nifty up 100 rupees, option up about 50 rupees.
Roughly.
Gamma 0.001. After that first 100 rupee move, delta is now 0.6, so the next 100 rupee move nets you 60 rupees.
Correct, the acceleration effect.
Theta -3. You're losing 3 rupees every day, just poof, gone.
That's the time decay.
Vega 4, market gets 1% more jittery, you gain maybe 4 rupees.
Yep, sensitivity to volatility expectations.
And row 1, if rates somehow jump to 1%, you gain 1 rupee, minor.
You've got it. That summarizes the moving parts pretty well.
So it's not just about being right on Nifty's direction, it's understanding all these other forces acting on your options price.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the dynamics of how that price behaves.
So, final thought then. What's the one thing someone new to Nifty options should really focus on regarding Greeks?
I'd say really get a solid feel for delta, understand your immediate exposure, and theta respect that time decay, especially with weekly options. Master those two first.
Delta for direction, theta for time. Makes sense. So as you look at Nifty options, think about these Greeks. They paint a much richer picture. Which one do you think impacts your strategy the most? Something to consider. Thanks for this deep dive.